I'm Anery the Ice, I am. Anery the Ice, I am.
Ah, that music's starting to grow on me. This is the Lazy Programmer episode 2. And part of the reason I started the Lazy Programmer is I wanted to talk about subjects that were relevant to independent developers but hadn't been talked about in other places. And today I'm going to start the actual content, and I'm going to talk about one thing that is certainly appropriate for independent developers of any kind of content, really, but has not, as far as I know, been covered very well. And that is product reviews. Now then, the scope of the landscape of product reviews has changed quite a bit from what you think that they are. You're thinking that they're the way you see them in movies, where the breathless movie or playwright opens up the newspaper to see the long form review that's been written the night before about the product, and their page-long critiques of their work. And newspapers are pretty much gone now, and reviews that are in that form are following it. And I don't just mean printed reviews in newspaper, I mean long-form reviews that people get paid for, something where somebody looks at a game and writes up a whole page. There's a few, but that has really been supplanted in the by the threaded comments. You've seen them everywhere on the bottoms of blogs. I mean, even newspaper and television sites, if they have any sort of news item to release, there's always a bunch of threaded comments on the bottom, even if it's, there was an auto accident on the freeway. It'll have threaded comments, usually with a bunch of really stupid people responding to them, and that's really where product reviews are. If you go to someplace like Amazon, which is the most obvious place to see reviews, you'll see, if you're lucky, you'll see one featured review at the top, which was taken from a magazine or a newspaper, but then you'll see 100 reviews down on the bottom with stars, and those are the ones that are that featured review up on the top doesn't contribute to the star rating of the book. It's all those comments down on the bottom, and they can be good and they can be bad, and there are ways that you can deal with them. I'm going to give you rule number 1 for dealing with them, and I have an actual example. Okay, see that right there? There we go. I'm going to let you look at it edge on. Okay, that is your skin right now if you are an independent content creator. Okay, see this? Okay, compared to this is, okay. Let me flip through that. Not master reading, but that. Okay, this is how thick your skin is, and this is how thick your skin needs to be. And that is number 1. I hope to be giving you a couple of examples of how this little technique of making your skin thicker regarding product reviews is going to work to your advantage. And I have a couple of excellent examples I'm probably going to talk about hopefully over the next couple of days. I'm not going to try to get too big of a gap between these. And that is the Lazy Programmer episode 2. Goodbye.